Funding pledges intended to help combat the Ebola outbreak in Central Africa have reportedly fallen from around $500 million to approximately $290 million, according to the Africa CDC, after some donors reduced or withdrew commitments that had previously been announced. In many ways, this is a rather shameful story, not because funding was reduced, but because very little explanation appears to have been offered as to why. If there were concerns about corruption, accountability, or whether funds would reach the people who need them most, then those concerns should be stated openly. Transparency allows for public scrutiny and informed debate. Without it, people are left to speculate, and speculation inevitably raises uncomfortable questions. Was there concern about how the money would be managed? Was it a budgeting issue? Or was it simply a case of the outbreak being viewed as a distant problem rather than an immediate priority? Nobody outside those decision-making rooms truly knows, and that lack of clarity only fuels suspicion. What makes the situation particularly frustrating is that governments and international institutions often demonstrate remarkable speed when mobilizing resources for military operations, security initiatives, or geopolitical objectives. Yet when confronted with a growing public health emergency, the same urgency often appears far less visible. This is not to suggest that every government has abandoned the crisis. Significant support is still being provided by international organizations, healthcare workers, and some donor nations. But when large funding commitments are announced and then quietly reduced, it sends the wrong message at precisely the wrong time. The reality is that disease outbreaks do not respect borders. What begins as a regional health emergency can quickly become a wider international concern if left unchecked. That is why public health experts repeatedly stress the importance of early intervention rather than delayed reaction. There is also a broader issue at play. Many people across Africa already feel that global attention often arrives late, remains limited, and disappears quickly once media coverage fades. Stories like this only reinforce that perception. Whether the funding reductions were justified or not, the public deserves an explanation. Openness builds trust. Silence creates doubt. At a time when health authorities are trying to contain a dangerous outbreak, the focus should be on strengthening confidence, increasing cooperation, and ensuring that resources reach the front line as quickly as possible. Because if the world is serious about preventing humanitarian crises, it cannot afford to treat them as someone else's problem until they arrive on its own doorstep. This has been the JR Voice. Stay tuned for more unpacking of global headlines.